Welcome to the channel. So tonight I'm making another Chinese restaurant recipe, this time satay chicken. So as I said, this is a Chinese restaurant recipe, a Malat customer. Those that have been following the channel for a while will know that I've got access to Chinese restaurant kitchens through Malat, which is my wife's spice blend company. When I go out and help with those guys, always trying to go into the kitchens of different restaurants and takeaways to learn as much as I possibly can, being a keen amateur cook. So this recipe is direct from a chef within a Chinese restaurant, so I haven't changed anything, just haven't got the expertise or the knowledge to do so. If there's anything you don't like in the recipe with regard to things like MSG, just don't put them in or swap them out for something else. As usual, a full list of ingredients will be given at the end of the video. The quantities that you're going to see today are for more than 2 people, but what I'll do is I'll put the ingredients list at the end of the video, which I usually do, and the quantities within that ingredients list will be for about 2 people. So the ingredients for this recipe, I'll do the main ingredients first. So we've got a white onion, which has been roughly chopped, bell pepper, got red bell pepper, got a mixture in here of green bell pepper as well. I'm just trying to use stuff up from the fridge, but the actual recipe is a red bell pepper. Got some sliced carrot as well, spring onion, which has been cut into large pieces, and some chicken breast meat, which has been thinly sliced. I've also in this bowl put a teaspoon of corn flour with a little cold water and mix that into the chicken as well. So the satay sauce for this recipe, which I've already mixed, uses satay paste. So I always use Jimmy's satay paste, recommended by so many different Chinese restaurants. So some satay paste, oyster sauce, some white wine, MSG, water, and light soy sauce. Again, at the end of the video, I'll give the actual quantities which are needed to make enough sauce for 2 people. So first thing I want to do is to cook the chicken. This particular Chinese restaurant cooks the chicken in water, in boiling water. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So the 2 ways to cook chicken for this type of recipe that I've seen in different restaurants. One is the water method, the other one is in quite a lot of oil. But those restaurants that almost deep fry the chicken, they then place it into a sieve and rinse it under cold water once the chicken's cooked. So I really do prefer this type of cooking for the chicken. The reason that the reason that the Chinese restaurants don't cook the chicken directly into a hot wok is because it tends to be quite tough on the outside when it's cooked. This, along with the corn flour or potato starch and water, produces a really soft texture to the chicken. So we're going to bring this back up to the boil and cook this until obviously the chicken is cooked through, and then reserve it to one side. Right, so the chicken's now cooked. Going to put this into a sieve, rinse it through, then I'm going to clean the wok, get rid of any residue, and then I'll show you the next step. So now we've got some oil in the wok, just making sure that all the side of the wok is now coated with oil. Get rid of any residue. So we've just got a thin coating of oil in the bottom. Bring this up to a nice high temperature, and then we'll start to cook. And the first thing we're going to cook is the onion. So I'll just cook this onion through for a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. And we're going to add in our bell pepper and carrot. And again, just cook this through for a couple of minutes. Because the cookers, domestic cookers, are not that efficient, nowhere near as efficient as a Chinese restaurant, the trick I've been told to do is to make sure that the food is in contact with as much surface area of the wok as possible, and not to continually turn it over, otherwise the food won't get cooked. So I'll just press this out to the sides, leave it for a minute, turn it over, out to the sides again, and then carry on cooking. Okay, back in with the chicken. Get that mixed in. Just a little bit of water, just to stop the vegetables from burning. In with a spring onion. Doesn't take a lot of cooking. Cook this through now for possibly just a minute or so. Right, in with our sauce. So if I've got any sauce left over, I normally place it into the fridge, or you could even freeze it, I suppose. So the amount of sauce you use is obviously dependent on how much sauce you like with the dish. The corn flour that's added to the sauce mixture will ensure that this thickens up nicely in the wok. So just another 2 or 3 minutes and this will be cooked. So there you go, satay chicken direct from a Chinese restaurant. Please subscribe to the channel, and as usual, if you've enjoyed this particular video, please hit that like button. Thank you very much for watching.